Welcome, boys and girls, to Brent's Hockey Network. I am your host, Brent of Brent's Hockey Network, and these are the NHL game reviews for April the 13th of 2021. So basically, yesterday. First game that I watched was Buffalo versus Boston. It turned out to be very nice game. From what it was thought out to be, because one of the signings one of the trades that Buffalo has made them a lot better than it seemed. This is the Buffalo Sabres versus the Boston Bruins. First game, 2-3 shootout win for the Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins out in fourth. And, of course, Buffalo is dead last in the NHL, basically. Let's start off with the goals here and assists, because I like to be in depth and how I think about how it went. Obviously, it went well for Buffalo when it shouldn't have. First goal for Buffalo. It's Colin Miller getting his fourth goal of the season from Dylan Cousins and Anders Bjork in the first goal of the game. The second goal of the game is Boston. Is David Krejci, his third, from Jeremy Lauzon and Craig Smith. They tied it up. And Craig Smith gets his ninth of the season unassisted to put Boston ahead 2-1 against Buffalo. Then Buffalo, Rasmus Dahlin gets his fourth of the season from Henry Hockey Hario and Jeff Skinner. And then they win in the shootout, and the only people who scored in the shootout were Charlie Coyle and Jake DeBrusk from Boston. No other players had scored in the shootout. Game number 2 here went into overtime. It is Calgary versus Toronto. 3-2 in overtime. Started off weird. Of course, unexpected. This result was unexpected. 3-2 win for Calgary in overtime against Toronto. Because Calgary is seen to be out of it in Montreal. Getting a win in Toronto as well the night before. Seemed not to be out of it as well. But because they're in fourth place and nobody else is even close to beating them. But now that Calgary has this win against Toronto, is getting kind of close. Juuso Valimaki gets the second goal of the season from Milan Lucic and Mikael Backlund. 1-0 Calgary. Zach Hyman from Toronto gets his 15th from Morgan Rielly and John Tavares. Tied up 1-1. Then Calgary gets back in the lead. Elias Lindholm with his 11th goal on the power play from Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau. And then Alexander Kerfoot gets his 7th goal of the season from Jonathan Tavares and Zach Hyman to tie it up. In overtime, it is Johnny Gaudreau getting his 15th goal of the season from Elias Lindholm and Mark Giordano. Okay, next is Florida versus Dallas. Dallas putting up decent numbers as of late because of the COVID situation. And Florida has been playing an impressive game all season long. First is Alexander Barkov, getting his 18th of the season from Marcus Nunavara and Jonathan Huberdeau. 1-0 Florida. Then Jason Roberson gets his 12th of the season from Jamie Benn and John Klimberg. 1-1 Dallas. Then Radko Gudas gets his first of the season from Keith Yandel and Anthony Duclair. 2-1 Florida. Then Joe Pavelski gets his 16th, tie at 2-2 from Jason Roberson and Jamie Benn. And then in overtime, Frank Vedrano gets his 14th on the power play in overtime from Gustav Forsling and Mackenzie Weegar. Make it a 3-2 overtime win for Florida. I like Frankie Vedrano's game. And I've liked Mackenzie Weegar this year. He's come out of nowhere, and I think this is the best he's ever going to get right now as a professional hockey player, because he's basically taking on minutes from Aaron Ekblad being out. And I think that he's done nicely. Did Mackenzie Weegar. Game number 4 is the New York Rangers versus the New Jersey Devils. New Jersey, this was an obvious result because New York Rangers are producing a lot as of late. And New Jersey has lost a bunch of pieces in the trade deadline and basically got nothing for them. So they're basically out of it for now until the rest of the season, which is in right about a month's time. So they can't, unless they win all their games until then. Yeah, there's no way. But they did give it a shot. Mika Zibanejad gets his 15th from Pavel Buchnevich and Adam Fox. 1-0 New York. Timmy Panarin gets his 13th from Philip Sheetal and Adam Fox. 2-0 New York Rangers. And then Pavel Buchnevich gets his 16th from the empty net unassisted. And that makes it 3-0 Rangers. If you like these reviews or you want to see more, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, as well as check in the description below for all social medias where I push these up. And my Discord server where we play seasons on NHL games, basically. On there. See you guys then.